Hey everybody, it's Kevin. Today is Tuesday, the 12th of January 2021. And here we go again with the ones and the twos, and the twos and the ones, and the ones and the twos, and the twos and the ones. Um, that sounds like a dance, doesn't it? One, two, one, two. I want to say one, two, three. That's a waltz. All right. I am excited to be here this morning and share with you. Look, 1 second. I go get some coffee because. Oh, um, there we go. So let's see. What can I talk about today? Well, I went to the doctor's yesterday. That was an interesting experience. Not anything crazy or peculiar, so don't get alarmed. Isn't that funny? We have to put that in front of everything we do. There's a cough or a sniffle or something like that. We have to explain ourselves now, whereas before we didn't really have to explain ourselves. Um, no, just routine. I have two autoimmune issues, one being diabetes, and the diabetes led to the arteries in my heart clogging up and doing all kinds of things. So, we have to keep making sure that all this is kept in check. And it's fine. Oh, hang on 1 second. Another distraction. Oh, you got it? Okay, Amy, good girl. Sometimes she needs help. She's missing a back leg. Anyway, so where was I? Oh, health. Yes, so we have to keep all this in check and keep it all going. And this is what leads me to today's little message because it's great. I love how all this stuff synchronizes. I keep saying can't make this up. So, what was I going to say about all that? Hang on. Uh, I feel like I got all these spirits and things are just coming. Wait a minute. I'm getting distracted because of that. That's the For me, it's kind of the bit of the weirdness about having seemingly two conversations, one with the spirit world and one with your world and this world and that world. There's this capacity that has to sort it all out. Um, where was I going with that? Oh, the blood pressure was a bit elevated, and then they took some obviously blood samples. But everything is temporary. What we have to remember, and this is a message for today, is keep it moving. Keep it moving forward. Stay on track. Stay on path. Stay on focus. Focus, 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 focus. And on track with what you've got going on. Because everything's changing, everything's moving, and it's done for a reason. I often feel like right now the whole world is like a snow globe without the snow, being, well, some places they got snow, shaken up, twisted about. Nothing's landing where it should land. Two things you can look at. You can look at, well, nothing is the same. Nope, it's not. uh, nobody's Everybody's behaving odd. Yes, they are. And you got to keep moving. That's all I can say. Keep it moving, keep it going, stay on track, stay focused, lift up your energy. When I say lift it up, you know, you have to get up and go. So, oddly enough, I've talked about Kyle Gray, and I will read from Melody Beatty. I forgot yesterday, so I won't forget today. Um, he has the Angel Guide book, right? So here's the latest one that came out last year, last summer, something like that. Um, the artwork was designed by Jennifer Hawkyard, who has a little store on Etsy. I bought a couple of pieces from them or from her. And every Monday, if you go to Carl Gray UK, I think it's carlgrayuk.com. I don't know. But anyway, if you go on that site, you can sign up. He's also on Instagram at Kyle Gray UK. That's the best way to keep up with the man because that's what he pushes you down the Instagram line. Because I don't use my cell phone a lot to do much of my production and I use my laptop, I don't use my cell phone or my pad. So everything I push up onto Facebook pushes around to Instagram. And quite frankly, I was a young man when I grew up. We still had vinyl records and a record player that spun around at 45 RPMs. Then came the cassette tape that once it all got loosey goosey, you took a pen and you raveled it up. Then came the CD player, which then you have a little thing that plops up. Was never in my life did I ever think that you'd never have to have any of this stuff. You just go on there, click clack, and it goes. There's just all sorts of stuff, which I love. I love modern technology. I'm just takes me a bit of a while to get it. Sometimes I wonder, ooh, I wish I was born in that era so I didn't have to worry about getting it. But then I'm thinking, well, then I would have missed all of the stuff that I did get. So nothing is an accident anywhere. But I got to get to this. I got to get to this. So yesterday, Carl Gray sends out the Monday message, the thing I get in my email. And here is what the angel card, there it goes. Hey Megan, what's next? What's next? Yeah, whatever's next. So here's the Magic Guardian, right? This is from the other deck that he had and the guidebook that goes with it. And there is a reason why I was struck by there are no accidents. So the Magic Guardian says really to stop going outside yourself to find what it is that you want, the purpose, the pathway, the way forward. It's in you. It's in you to be creative. It's in you, and I've talked about that. Get creative. It's in you to be creative. It's in you to have a purpose. And the only analogy, and I like to have these little analogies to go with it, is look, you figured out how to turn yourself from 2 bits of DNA that you can't see without a microscope into a baby. And from a baby, you figured out how to get into the world. Something somewhere brought you into this world for a reason. And you kept going and you kept going. Now, yes, there's some things that we do that perhaps doesn't work. And then there's things that we do that do work. The other word I've got for you about moving forward that I learned yesterday from various messages that came through was collaboration. Working with other people of like-minded ilk. That means to team up with people. The days of being the leader, being in charge, being important, becoming the title on the bottom of the business card, playing a role, trying to be better than, more than, look at it. Watch the people that are trying so hard to do all of that. Is exhausting, and I don't know that they get very far. And I want to say, in a bigger picture, that's what that really is all about. And we've talked about how the ego, that's the part of ourselves that we have that doesn't exist in the present moment. It can't. If you're fully present in the here and the now, listening and the watching, and you're really immersed in the focus of moving forward, the focus of gathering and attracting whatever power it is that's going to help you do it, that ego stuff, that second guessing, the worry about what other people think, all of that energy is redundant, has nowhere to go because you're busy focusing all the magic, and you're pulling the magic from inside of you up and out. You get these ideas. I know I've heard good friends and clients and people say, God, I got up in the middle of the night, I had this crazy dream, tra la 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 la. Anyone who's in personal development or anyone who's in new age work like this, new age meaning it's a different age, not like hippy dippy land, is just different, it's new. Anyone that talks about that says write your dreams down. Well, I think that's good if there's points of the dream, if there's people in the dream, if there's aspects of the dream. Sometimes they're very vivid. They're places you can write down at church, and these will come if you've got a notepad by your bed. You can land on these little things that say, "Ooh, car, red car," whatever this is. when we dream, your actual physical human body, the one that you've got, arms, legs, cells, is healing. And it's also removing toxins as you rest. It is just gone into dormancy. So your spiritual mind gets to go off and travel and do all those things. The fact that we find it so difficult to comprehend and make sense of it is because things are happening so quickly and so fast. In the conscious world, that 12 to 15% of your brain that you're thinking is the whole part of your brain, that part can't comprehend what the dream's doing. So just go with it, be with it. It's fine. It's all good. So I decided, well, what kind of card do I want to pull today? We've got this Magic Guardian. Yes, I can talk about the magic within. Yes, I can talk about focusing, moving forward, collaboration. Yeah, that all felt right this morning. So then I decided, well, do I need to pull a card of a card like an angel card to see what comes up? Well, I did. And then this one came up. Do the work. It's the new deck. This Do the Work illustration, Jennifer Hawkyard's that one. Illustration, I think her name, that artist, is Lily Moses. Anyway, if you want the link to go find these cards, there it is. Let me see if it comes up. Oh, I hope it will. There it goes. It's on, let me move it to where you can see it. It's on Barnes and Noble, but if you go to Kyle Gray's website, Kyle Gray, I think it's Kyle Gray UK. If you look up in the search engine, you'll find it. You can go to any of these links and you can find these. Whoops, there you go. This is on the Barnes and Noble thing. I don't know why the link won't let me show you. Well, I guess you've got to go in there and do that bit and see what happens when we click on that. It's not letting me do that. Okay, fine. But there's a link there. Okay, so I pulled out the second card, the Do the Work, and then I thought, well, let me just read and familiarize myself where this is, to put it in context. And this is what it says. Your message. If you're wondering whether to move forward or not, this card is a message from your angels to continue on. You might feel that your current situation requires more time and energy than you're able to give it, and there's a good reason that you're feeling disheartened or even drained. It's important to know that everything involved in this situation is pivotal to your growth, expansion, and spiritual connection. This card invites you to switch on the light you have within. It's time to be a star, to rise up, to get behind the wheel and drive the journey of your life. Yes, energy is going to be needed to hustle and push, but every single effort you make will pay off. Right now, you are sending out a signal, and that will create a wave that can lay the foundation for the rest of your life. The expanded message, or extended message, because there's a little bit underneath it, which I love about this. It's just, there's a bit more. When you think, oh, I've got enough. No, there's more. The extended message is, being spiritual isn't always easy. It comes with a price, and often that price is time and effort. That is why angels call it light work, because we have to work our light. This isn't spiritual easy. This isn't spiritual vacation. This is spiritual work, and that does mean we have to work. Action, effort, surrender, and trust are needed for things to come together. But when this card appears, you have an important opportunity to figure out the balance between effort and effortless, and understand when both of these energies need to move through your being. If you want to abandon a project or walk away from a situation, this card is letting you know that you are needed more than ever. In other words, if you're thinking about checking out, giving up, saying to what not with this, which is that's a banner statement I've said. Usually when I'm pushed and I come up against something, I have this statement that I have made, and it's rather rude, so I won't say it publicly because it's got expletives in it. But basically starts with F, middle word is this, and the last word begins with an S. And that's usually when my hands get tossed up in the air and off we go. It hasn't happened in a while because now I recognize, oh, that's ego mess trying to pull me out of something that I really need to be pulled to. Let's see. This isn't a time to run away. This is a time to turn up. When you show up ready and willing to do the work, you will move up too. Doesn't that make sense though? Sometimes we get in the middle of stuff. We're just like, oh, I'm tired of this. Oh, I bet that sounds familiar. Oh, I'm fed up with this. Or, this is just not working. I don't know about this. I've done that. I've got in the middle of, the other day my friend Maggie reminded me that, or yesterday, she talked about how there's nothing I can't do. No. Last year during I'm calling it pandemonium because that's basically what it is. During the pandemonium, I built a computer desk. I didn't know I could build furniture, and I just did it. Let's see. Now I decided that I kind of liked having the cozy comfort of wearing like a blanket, you know what I'm saying? Like one of those chenille blankets, but I wanted it to be this nice, long, comfy cardigan. Well, you can't find them anywhere. I've looked. Well, you know what? I'll make it. And I've started crocheting a cardigan. I don't know how far I'll get. I don't even know what it's going to look like. I didn't even know how to construct a garment or anything like that. But what I will say is I'll figure it out. And that's where the creativity comes in. I think it's a question of sitting and realizing what's possible, what's open, what's the option. I don't know if any of you pay attention to the news. I'm beginning to get fed up with it. And I've said that this week I've said about not really sure I'm up for Facebook much longer. I just don't know about it. I'm thinking, well, I need to probably go live on YouTube, period, and send links to go there, or figure out a way to juice up my website and talk to the folks who put that together. And then another brilliant friend of mine said, oh, you should just go with the Apple people and get a podcast together. Oh yeah, like that's gonna happen. It probably will. I don't know how, when, why, and where, but it's just only time. And I hope all this makes sense. Do the work, move it forward, and collaborate. Oh, that news story I was talking about. So yesterday I got a little bit of a news. There's this little girl, I think she's a second grader, somewhere in the country. Ever used Twitch? Oh, Mallory. No. And do I ever use Twitch? No, but now that you've said it, I will get some information about Twitch and we'll see what that is. You know, that's such a weird name for a social media platform, Twitch. Because, that's what we do when the cell phone goes off and we have to go check our messages. We Twitch. Thank you for that little giggle. Look it up. It's streaming platform. Okay, got it. Yes, I will. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. See, there you go. You asked for something and whoosh, there it goes. The little girl, second grader. She was born with some health difficulties and spent some time in a hospital. Well, this little girl wanted to do something to help all of the healthcare workers. Now, I don't know how old second grade is. I would say she's probably 8 or 9, maybe, something like that. She made these friendship bracelets. And all these people, CEOs, all kinds of people, were buying these friendship bracelets from this girl. And they've raised all sorts of money to buy PPE equipment for healthcare workers. That is an example of using the magic within to push stuff forward. That's really what we have to do. We have to collaborate with people like Mallory just said, go on Twitch, fiddle with that Twitch and do that. Okay, we'll go figure that out. This is what we need to be doing, not getting all tossed up in who's having a fight with who and who's on getting on each other's nerves. I mean, yes, it goes on everywhere, but is that really the work that's going to move everybody forward? I don't think so. Trust me, I'm guilty. It's exhausting. All right, so I said I would read from this, and I need to because we're running out of time. Only because you've got to get showered and dressed and go somewhere to work, probably in a bedroom. I don't know. I missed the 11th, which was yesterday's, and so I'm going to read that one, and then I'm going to read today's and see if today's message correlates to these wonderful our friends from Carl Gray here. Let me turn them off. Pop and pop. Bye-bye. All right, there we go. Let go of the blocks. Now, this was for yesterday, so wind the clock back 24 hours. I wandered into the bookstore. This is Melody Beatty talking about her life 1 year that she wrote this book. In a small Southern California town, browsed for a while, then began chatting with the clerk. Times are different now, I said, changing fast, turning into something so new, so different, many of us can't imagine. This is bizarre. Yes, she replied quietly, prophetically. Things are going to be easier, unless there's something you're still hanging on to. Is there something you're still hanging on to? A remnant from the past that's blocking you from stepping into the future, from stepping into today? Look into your heart. The answer is there. Perhaps... Oh, I've got goosebumps. Oh. Granny. Yeah, she's here. Perhaps it's a behaviour, a person, a belief. Is there an issue from the past blocking you, your ability to love yourself? To connect with God, life, others? Ask yourself if there's something you're hanging on to that has outworn its purpose. Old chains can tie us to the past, to past pain, to the path we've already trodden, a path we've already been on. Now is the time to let go. Gently, quietly let go. Allow yourself a few looks back and as many tears are needed. Where you've been has been important. It has helped shape who you are. But have faith that where you're going is important and wonderful too. And the little affirmation that she puts with these daily journaling, gently let go. Be free to step into your future of joy. That's the part of moving forward. You know, have you ever thought about going on one of those moving walkways at the airport? You know, you're moving forward. The thing's going quickly, right? You're walking, that thing's walking, you're whooshing forward. Now, imagine, you want to take a look at the past? Imagine yourself on this moving walkway that's going like the clappers. Turn around, face the opposite way, and try walking forward while this thing's hurtling backwards. It's kind of the same. Keep your eyes on the prize and keep going. So let's see what today has to say. January the 12th, and I'll prove that this is January the 12th. There, I think that's what it is, yeah. Let the universe help you. Let the universe help you. You are not in this world alone. You never have been. Although your belief may have created that illusion. Tell the universe what you want. Tell a friend. Tell God too. Tell yourself. Write it down on a list. Be clear and forthright about what you need and want. Talk as if you were talking to a friend. That is not control. That is learning to own your own creative power. Remember that magic... What is it? Magic Guardian? This is learning to own your creative power, your power to help create your life. Then let it go. Do not stand tapping your foot, impatiently waiting. Simply let it go, the way you would if you trusted your friend to respond positively in a way that is best for you. Go naturally about the course of your life. Listen to your heart, listen to your inner voice, what you are guided to do, where you are guided to go, where your attention is directed, the people you meet, the phone calls you receive, the experiences you have, even the problems that arise. There are some ways the universe can respond to you. Open your eyes, look around, see how the universe responds, watch how it dances for you, with you. You're connected to magical, loving universe, one that will come alive for you, dance for you in ways you can't imagine, but in some ways you will come to know as true. Look within. Sometimes the most gentle, quiet, flickering thought, that glimmer of an idea, that awareness of a need or desire, or that small bit of inspiration or intuition is how the universe prepares us for what it wants us to receive. Our inner voice, that one in our heart, is an important part of the way we're guided and led down our path. And the little affirmation for today is: you stand at a gateway now. It's the door to universal love. Oh, there's a spirit up over here. Tall, slender angel. Beautiful, dark. I'm going to describe what I'm. So, the way that this works, the way I see what I see, and I'm just going to go for it. The word name, whatever it's coming, is an unfamiliar angel for me. Atheon. He's just nodding the head. Anyway, very tall. It's a bit like looking at a hologram in a way, and it's up over here, back that way. Beautiful, gorgeous, long, dark, thick robe like clothing. The interesting part of the visions I get, I usually see this part, and it seems to be as if there's the shadow behind it, which is not dark and dreary and evil, but there's just a soft shadow behind. And when there's this image of a spirit angel comes, and the first feeling you get, I silently in my head ask, who are you, what's your message? And all the message just was, well done, and we're with all of you, collectively. That's the message that's coming. That all is right with the world, all is going forward, and this whole little chit chat thing I'm doing here on the computer, it was meant to happen. You were meant to see it, you were meant to hear it, and now he's, the namaste thing and going away. It's gone. The point I'm making when I'm explaining this and how all this works is because you're meant to pay attention to when it happens to you, and it should happen to you if you're open to it. Now, what I love about the spirit world is there's steps for preparation. So just as there are not so nice people on the earth that are unkind, that are not pleasant, that have I call it shadow selves. That's the best way to describe it. There are that same type of energy up in the spirit world. Now, if you notice in your life, and this is where the descriptions in the cards talk about looking back, if you can reminisce in your life as a reference point of the times that you have lifted your spirits and you've got with like-minded people and you've moved forward. For myself, it was when I went through the yoga teacher training. I was in this training, 200 hours of it, with seemingly complete strangers who at the end of that became close personal friends. There was a thing we all went through, a collaboration that we all had. Now, some friends are closer now than others because it happened in 2013, so a long time ago. But that same connection is still there, been made. So when it talks about collaboration, it talks about being with like-minded, kindred spirits, that sort of thing. The vibration that you're exhibiting, the work that you're doing, is lifting you up and forward. If you think back to how your life rolled out afterwards, you'll find that the more work you do, the light work, the living work, the giving work, the kind work, the caring work, that sort of work, you're not attracting or getting close to or being around the shadow energy. It's still there. It's there if you want to go dip into it. If you want to go vibrate to it, it's not far. We can probably walk less than a mile away and find people that are in that shadow energy. Um, our job is not to pull them into the light. Our job is not to push them into the light. Our job is to just continue with ours and with our own energy, with our own light, with our own sense of love and kindness and compassion, and keep moving forward, whatever that looks like. Eventually, hope and faith will show that shadow energy that sitting in the dark with the heaviness of woe, worry, all of that isn't healthy, doesn't feel good. That's when the light shines and someone says, I want to come out of the darkness. I want to come toward the light. And then there are folks who do, they want to take a dip in it. And it's like, doesn't vibrate with them because they're busy being in the shadow. And they walk back into the shadow again. So these are choices, and we all have choices. That's why we're here. The choice. You can choose to move forward, open up, be bright, get in touch with the magic inside you as you watch other people do it, as you watch other people move forward. I am about the highest good of all concerned. I'm about showing people what their potential is, trying to shift and transform where you were to where you should be going. Not telling you, just saying it's there, it's in you. It's not in me. You know, I might have crystal balls and fancy candles and, you know, little dingy bowls like this. They just make me feel better, just lift me up. They're just tools. They're like toys, you know. Oh, that sounds so good. That's just me. You may have a different way of going forward, and it's all good. All right, my friends, let's meditate. Yeah. Yes. I was stopping and pausing to ask if there was any other message that any angels want to come. No, they're all seated. So weird. They're all seated like this. Like, in other words, shut up, Kevin, and get on with it. Okay. Feet flat on the floor as usual, grounded to the space that you're in. One big breath in. Let go and release. Another breath in. Let a little more go. The last breath in, hold it at the top. Feel the effects of the air in your lungs, filling up every cell in your body. Put a bit more in, expand your chest, your upper back. With gusto, let it go. Think of your physical body as settling in, quietening down. Be with the consciousness of where you're seated. You have the capacity to access the third eye energy, that energy right between your eyes. In the chakra order, it's number 6. With your mind focused on that area between your eyes, the third eye center, as if you could freeze frame whatever's there, even if it's blank. Place your mind and your consciousness on the soles of your feet. Every aspect of your feet. Think about each one of your toes. The instep. The roundness shape of the back of your heel. The curvature of the outside blade of each foot. Notice what you notice. See the brilliance of your feet, the balance of your feet. Move up your body in a similar way. Paying attention to where there is a joint. Focusing on the shape and the tones. Ligaments and muscles and skin of your knees and your hips. Move into the area of your lower back, above your tailbone, lumbar part of your spine. Have a sensation of the strength of your glute muscles, your buttocks pressing down into the floor, giving the ability to stretch your low back, to open the space between each one of those little bones. Breathe into the cartilage and the fluid that is coursing up and down the inside of your spinal cord. Your spinal cord is the energy center, the river of information traveling into the area of your skull, and eventually into the tissues inside your brain. Move your consciousness and your mind around the area of your heart, the physical muscle, pumping the oxygenated blood around your entire body. Have the experience of every deep inhale bringing more oxygen to the over 1 trillion cells that you have. Continue moving your mind and your thoughts and your attention down each one of your arms into the area of your wrists, into your fingers and thumbs, bring to mind the magic and the work that your soul and your spirit has to make your body function. Lift your attention now to your throat, the length and expansion of your neck, the strength and shape of your jawbone, move into your nose, how your nose has the ability to absorb, to fill in, to inhale the oxygen outside, to move it inside. How intelligently and brilliantly the design of your human body automatically achieves this. And bring your focus and awareness into your third eye center. Place all your focus and awareness to that area between your eyes. With the focus on the area between your eyes and your mind, the top of your head open, think of the spinal fluid rising up the spinal cord through the tissues of your brain, up and through the top of your head. Simply breathe and be with this unique, different, perfectly made, perfectly designed body. Without the mechanics of the body, without the intelligence of the brain, without the wisdom from the universe, the purpose of your soul and spirit to inhabit a human body would be dormant. You are a brilliant collaboration of spirit energy You are an important part of forward movement, your purpose is important Allow yourself to continue breathing and settle your mind on how brilliant your body is, the one that you're inside. The many skills, facets, access to information you have at your disposal. Keep that feeling of brilliance, power, of magic and miracles. And gently bring your mind and thoughts back to your current environment. Place your hands at prayer heart center. Honor the brilliance of you, honor the intelligence of you, honor the wisdom of you, and honor that from this day forward, from this moment forward, everything is open and possible. And to close this meditation, lift your thumb knuckles to your third eye center. Together we bow and say Namaste. The light of the divine within me honors, sees the light and the divine with each and every one of you. Thank you for that. And spirits, for reminding me that you're here and let me keep doing this. Not that I would stop, but it gives me a reason to. Tuesday. Be in that essence that you're brilliant, that things that you do are crazy, are crazily mad, wonderful in a good way. If you do feel stuck, if you do feel, ooh, maybe go to a bookstore, pick up a book, start writing, find something creative. Creative juices, cooking, writing, things like that move energy out. It for me at least, it reminds me that, oh, I've got the ability to do this. I can do this. It stops that feeling that I can't, or that I couldn't, or that I wouldn't, or I shouldn't. And perhaps when you do come across naysayers, the ones who are just curious, who perhaps look at you a little bit weird and you feel judgment, it's not judgment, they're just curious. All right, my loves, have a great Tuesday. Thanks so much. I will look at Twitch. I love the name for some reason, so it's probably calling me. I just think it's quite interesting how this all happens. Anyway, I'll talk to you tomorrow and let you know how I get on. Bye.